What is going on, everyone? If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that there's one golden rule I always have, and that is that you never go to someone's house you meet on Craigslist. There's no exceptions to this rule. You should never ever do it. It's a very bad idea to walk into strangers' houses. It could be a trap or a scam or anything like that. Always meet at businesses. Well, today I broke my one rule, and there was a good reason for it. I found a guy posting that he was selling a copy of Final Fantasy III, which is a valuable, very collectible game to have for the Super Nintendo. So I basically emailed him. I said, hey, are you a collector? Because I know that it's not a common game for a random person to have. It's more of a game a collector would have. And sure enough, he is a collector, and he is liquidating his entire collection. So I was like, man, you have to let me come over and check out your collection. So I broke my rule. I went over to this guy's house, and he let me check out the collection, and I asked him while I was there, I was like, is it okay if I film this? And he said, sure thing. So take a look at this. That's my systems. NES is just a little bit ahead of my time. This is still amazing. Yeah, I have guys on YouTube, 150 subscribers, and they absolutely love classic video games like this. It's quite a collection, too.
Teasing them.
I am. Well, and you never know when one of them is like, hey, I would kill for so-and-so game in box. I'll give you money over PayPal, and I could come give you guys cash and send it off to them. You know?
Yeah,
This is so hard to find.
If you wanted to do eBay, but it takes like 3 to 4 days for the money to clear after you pay your fees. And
It takes a while.
PayPal and
A couple issues with eBay too. You know, people always say, "Oh, this is worth $30," but to get $30 on it for eBay, that could be a 2-3 week process, even a couple month process. You know,
yeah.
it's not like you're gonna put it up and sell it. That's why Craigslist is nice. You get a buyer in a hurry.
That's factory sealed.
You're giving me a factory sealed Mortal Kombat for Genesis?
Yep.
Awesome. Just for free?
Yeah, that's just for showing up.
Wow, that's great.
I still have 5 more of them.
You have 5 more of them?
I bought them all for $2 a piece.
Really?
Yep.
When at?
90.
See if there's any really cool, rare, over-the-top games in here. Tiny, remember that game?
Yeah, I took Panzer Dragoon.
Oh, for the Dreamcast? Or for
no,
the Saturn?
Saturn.
Duh, that was such a good game. That's right, I remember that game. It was like one of the last games to come out on the Saturn. And it had 3D graphics, and it was like a...
Here's for your oddball category. Japanese handhelds that never came out in the States.
What on earth? Do you have that Flintstones game on NES, the one that's really rare? It's worth like $300.
Somewhere.
You do have that one? And then all these manuals.
I don't think it was with this set. I think that's in like separate.
Every PlayStation 1 manual
With, like, all my Mega Man games.
imaginable is in here.
And my Battletoads game. The Panic Restaurant. The one where you can run around and beat up sausages.
Would you have these games, or you just have the...
No, those are all just extra manuals.
Oh, okay.
So figure, right?
Well, that's pretty cool. Oh, you have NES ones
I
as well.
also don't know where they're at, but I don't know if you've ever seen them. They're the Bible games that came out on...
Oh my god, I saw the
NES, right?
Angry Video Game Nerd did those. Have you ever watched his channel?
That the company that made those games is right here in Tucson?
No, I didn't.
Well, a while back, I contacted them just to see if they had any of their old stuff.
Yeah?
And I ended up buying like 5 of each game, not the actual cartridges because they had no cartridges left.
Right?
But I bought 5 of each game, instruction booklet, stickers, leaflet, and the actual box.
For the Bible games?
Used. Yeah.
Wow.
I think I got a total of like 45 pieces. 45 full sets or something like that for a total of like $10.
Wow. And then what'd you do with them? You go sell them?
No, they're storage.
So you have a lot more games in the storage unit then, huh?
Yeah.
Just what is the System of a Down CD? Not relevant?
Not relevant.
So you have even more than what you have here in a storage unit somewhere.
Yes.
That's so hard to believe because this is a pretty amazing collection. And you got a slot machine over here too. Gumball machine.
Exactly like my dad.
Looks like Mario too. You can pull
Yeah,
off. Is that a
totally
Toro?
put
Oh, okay.
suspenders on him.
Well, this is great. So you think this is the most valuable thing you have here? Is this power set?
Out of this collection, definitely the most valuable thing here, but I have more valuable stuff in my personal collection.
You have a lot of factory sealed games, apparently, huh? That's too cool. I've never owned a factory sealed game aside from one that's like 2 years old, which doesn't count.
Like I said, I just pick things up when they're cheap. When it's a good buy, I would buy it.
Right.
When I was making good money, I spent it all on games. Make a dime.
No, that's
But then
awesome.
At the same time, the way I figured it was, my father used to collect baseball cards.
Right.
I collect vintage video games.
Well, you know what? These vintage video games are worth as much as a lot of those baseball cards are now. Obviously, you know, Babe Ruth card, like rookie card and stuff is going to be worth more, but there's video games that are worth thousands. There's that one for the Super Nintendo that was only released, Stadium Events, it's called.
No, that's an NES game.
NES game? Original NES, that's right, and it was just
PAL
Mario.
version really cheap from Europe.
Right.
But it was only released in the U.S. at Woolworths. And they went out of business in 1992.
Okay. I kind of want to buy this whole box from you. How much money would you want for it? Because there's just so many, there's manuals for everything imaginable in here.
Yeah, I don't know, manuals I would probably go buck a piece or make an offer for the box, you know?
That's cool. It's a holographic manual.
Which one's that?
I don't know. It's holographic. That's really
Thunder
cool
Force?
looking. These Super Nintendo manuals, I mean, the people, like my subscribers on YouTube, they're going to see these if they want, you know?
Yeah.
Even if I don't own the game, I'm going to be able to give them to people that own the games. And they're all backups for you, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, all my games that I need manuals for, the manuals with the game.
Right. That's incredible. Yeah, I'm not going to actually count these out, to be totally honest with you.
There's probably a lot in there.
Yeah.
I think I have a lot of NES manuals around here, too.
Resident Evil.
Here's a box with Shensi and Buso.
Oh, that's sick. Original Resident Evil one. Wow. What game's that here? Bubsy? I remember this weird little platformer.
Oh, here's Bubsy 1 and 2, actually.
I saw those in there. Well, unfortunately, all I have with me right now is a $20 bill. I spent $30 today. So as you can see, this guy is one of those genuine collectors. He's actually been doing it since childhood. A lot of those games he bought brand new from the store. It's not like he's been buying all the stuff on eBay or going to yard sales picking up. All that stuff he got new as a child. He's probably close to 30, you know, late 20s, early 30s. And it's really cool to see someone have all that stuff and have it since childhood. So here's what I got from him today. Obviously, the reason I went Final Fantasy III on the Super Nintendo, this is a great, great RPG. I don't like Japanese turn-based role-playing games that much, aside from the Final Fantasy series. I don't know why. For example, the Golden Sun games, I'm just not a fan. I don't know why I don't get into it. Really, there's too much dialogue for me, but for whatever reason, I really like the Final Fantasy games. So this is an absolute must-own for any Super Nintendo enthusiast, myself included. And then to show off how amazing and awesome this guy was, just for coming to see him, he gave me a factory-sealed Mortal Kombat 2. It's kind of hard to see because of the factory seal, the glare over there. But yes, Mortal Kombat 2. This is my first ever factory-sealed game that's actually over a couple years old. I mean, obviously, every game I ever buy is factory-sealed at the store, but this is legitimate. This is an amazing piece of my collection. Even though I'm not a huge Genesis guy, I do have a handful of Genesis games up here, but this is going like up there somewhere because, I mean, that's how often you see a factory sealed game that's close to 20 years old. So absolutely amazing. Now, I'm going to get into this next part. A lot of people, I might get some hate mail for this because people don't like this, but I told the guy that I have 150 subscribers. They're all extreme video game enthusiasts, and I said, I will show them your collection and I will ask them if there's anything they want to buy. He's selling way under eBay prices. He's just trying to get money to pay rent. He loves his collection. He doesn't want to get rid of it, but he knows that that's a gold mine. So if there's anything you see in this next clip, I'm going to show you really detailed footage of it. If there's anything you see that you like, you personally message me or write a comment on this video, and I will go to his house tomorrow and make him whatever offer you want. So you have to make an offer to, hey, I like that Kirby game, I'll make you an offer. The reason that I didn't buy more is that I'm not a big Nintendo Entertainment System collector. I don't know a whole lot about the system. I wouldn't want to, A, lowball him, and I wouldn't want to, B, overpay. So I just kind of laid low on that. If it was Super Nintendo or an N64, I would have definitely spent a lot more money there. But this is your chance as subscribers to do a little bit of shopping. If there's anything you see, he is selling everything you saw in this video, and I'm going to show you a clip right now of all the box titles he had. Some of them are factory sealed. So anything you see that you like, you let me know, and I will go to his house tomorrow, give him cash for it, and then I will deal with you. We'll do PayPal or something, and I will send it off to you. So one last look, guys, and be sure to like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. I know I never asked for that, but I'm just going to this one time just to annoy everyone. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.